My name is Jaison Wilson. I currently work in the field of animation. I work for Walt Disney Television Animation Studios. Been currently working there for about 5 years. I've worked for Disney previously. Different projects that I worked on in the past was I worked on the film Lilo and Stitch, Brother Bear. Also worked on the film The Princess and the Frog. TV shows that I've worked on are the Phineas and Ferb movie that recently came out. Worked on another show called Milo Murphy's Law, another show called Amphibia, and then a show that I'm currently working on right now that'll be out in a few months called Haley's On It. I did go to college for art. What I had majored in at that time was graphic design and illustration. My focus was, I didn't know what career I was going to actually have. It's kind of hard. You have an idea for your career, but you don't know what's going to really work out for you. So that's why I did a combination of graphic design and illustration. And what ended up happening is that during my career, I've actually had jobs doing either one or the other, or sometimes both. So that did serve me well to have not just one thing that I focused on, because with the way some of these industries work, some jobs that you are trying to go for are either full-time and some are freelance in the art industry. Outside of college I worked at a greeting card company where I illustrated and came up with concepts for greeting cards. Then from there, I worked at Disney in their Orlando studio, which is no longer there. From there, I worked as a combination of an editor, motion graphic designer, retoucher, graphic designer. It was kind of a job that I started off doing one thing and then I had to keep learning more things for the sake of, in some ways, becoming more valuable. The more valuable you are to a company with your skill set, tendency they have to keep you. You need to have a reel or a portfolio to submit to companies to show them the kind of work that you can do. That way, they can have a better gauge of what your skill level is and how your skills can apply to the job that you're actually applying to. It's very difficult to get a work reel together, mainly because you have to have work to put on it. And right now at your age, you're thinking, okay, how am I going to get all that stuff to be able to create a reel like that? And it does take time, but what's good is that you have to start somewhere, and I started somewhere. The first things that I started putting on the reel or portfolio that I had came from classes that I'd taken, and that I eventually just put them on there, but I kept working on the side to improve my skill. You don't just only do your classwork, you have to keep doing stuff outside of what you normally do, because unless you put in the time outside of your normal work that you do, you're not going to get better. Because there are some technical areas in my career that I've not been able to cross into because I don't have that technical side. So having a technical side to what you do creatively is incredibly important in terms of making you a more versatile artist. Because a lot of the jobs right now, even though we can visually put things together on the computer, a lot of the people who really put together the stuff that you're seeing on screen know code, know certain algorithms on how to put things together. Even though they make the software very user-friendly, when you have to create an entire production like a movie, they need a lot more technical people that do that work, which are technical directors. Don't only think of art as being creative, but there are a lot of technical sides to art that people are doing. Some people started off in engineering and end up in art because there is a need for it to handle the technical aspects of big movies. People will tell other people about you based upon being a good and easygoing person to work with. So focus on making sure that no matter how much time you put into this in terms of your skill, make sure that you stay a nice person to work with.